Today on Ridge Roamer, we're going to review the all-new 2025 Indian Scout that was just released, go over the top 3 things you need to know about it, and 10 additional items that we'll call honorable mentions. If you didn't check out my video from last summer, I had predictions that sometime in 2024, and honestly I was hoping that it was going to be for model year 2024, we would see an all-new Scout. So if you haven't watched that, go back, check it out, see how close my predictions were from, boy, it's been 9 months ago now. So I'll link that up above, whichever side that is. Anyway, check that one out, and now let's get into this new Scout and its big changes. Number 1 on the list has got to be the all-new engine. Indian updated the Scout from an 1133cc to a 1250cc. That bumps the power from 100 horsepower to either 105 or 111 horsepower, depending on which version, which we'll get into. Torque is also up from 72 foot-pounds on the old engine to 82 foot-pounds on the new engine. Not only does this engine make more power, it has an all-new look that honestly I find absolutely beautiful. Second on the list is the all-new electronics options. The analog gauge is still available, although it will now get a standard fuel gauge. One level up from there is the Limited, which gives you ride modes, traction control, and cruise control, all new to the Indian Scout platform. Above and beyond that, you can add the Tech package, which gives you the digital display. This is the 4-inch round touchscreen that they've been using on the FTR and the Chief lineup, with GPS navigation and Bluetooth, plus all the other options in the packages below. The third item is that there are now 5 models using one common frame. That's modular now, meaning everything is interchangeable and all accessories fit all bikes in the lineup, including seats, bags, handlebars, foot controls. This is new to the Scout, which had a lot of accessories that only fit the bobber style, or some accessories that only fit the standard Scout. All that's out the window now, and just like the new Chief platform that was released a couple years ago, they are all standard, everything fits, everything's interchangeable. You can set your bike up exactly the way you want, no matter which one that you start with. Those 5 models I just discussed include the Scout Classic, which is the full fender version of the Scout with those nice long swooping fenders. Standard cruiser handlebars, similar to what the Scout has been using to date. The change to spoked wheels for the Classic, as well as loaded up with tons of chrome. The Scout bobber, similar to what Indian has been doing with the Scout, has the short bobbed fenders, shorter handlebars, cast wheels, 16-inch front and rear, and all blacked out. They now offer the Sport Scout, which essentially replaces the Rogue, being a bobber with the 19-inch front wheel and the mini fairing up front. They have added the Super Scout, which comes standard with the windshield, saddlebags, and passenger accommodations. And the one everybody's talking about is the all-new 101 Scout. 101 paying homage to the old 101. And like the old 101, this Scout is built for performance. In today's terms, that means it has inverted front forks, piggyback rear shocks, dual disc Brembo brakes, 6-inch risers, and the mini fairing. Now on to the 10 other honorable mentions. One of them is going to be the addition of the slip assist clutch. The Scouts have never before had a slipper clutch. Now they do. Next is going to be the standard 2-into-1 exhaust. It's typically going to lower weight, increase performance, and give you a nice lower tone sound. Next is the fact that even with all these changes and the new redesign, it actually has lower weight than the previous Scout by about 10 pounds on average. Next, although it's minimal, it does have technically a larger fuel tank. Also, The frame has been updated to a new steel tube frame, where Indian was using a cast aluminum frame, making it much harder to customize. This new steel frame should make the Scout a dream for customizers. Another nice feature is that Indian is now offering factory mid-control as an accessory option. So not only will you have the forward control pegs standard, floorboard as an option or standard on the Super Scout, you will also have mid-controls to choose from. Next item on my list is that all lights are now standard LED. Where the old Scout you had some LED turn signals, some were halogen, all of the headlights were halogen. Now everything comes standard LED the way it should be. And finally on my list of honorable mentions, the Scout does have a 22% smaller radiator. It's tucked in between the front frame tubes and minimizes the look, the intrusive look of that radiator while still giving you excellent cooling for this high performance engine. I hope you guys enjoyed my quick recap. I will be digging in deeper to each of these models, so feel free to like, subscribe, check out in the near future my upcoming videos on each of these new models. Hopefully we'll get some seat time in the near future. I don't know exactly when they're planning on showing up at dealerships, but I have heard it's relatively soon. So very excited to see those in person. Thanks again for joining me. Hope you all have a great day. Ride safe.